what's new? What's going on? What's next?
We're looking forward to the future and pushing forward to having more money for the new year.
Cool, man. Peace.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee. Tapping back in, man, and this whole Kendrick Lamar pop-out show was really something, man. And the whole beef with Drake, it is what it is, man. A lot of diss tracks going back and forth, but it goes a lot deeper to a lot of individuals. And let me know if you're one of them individuals where it's not just K-Dot versus Drake. There's more at stake here, more at play, and it's about like Kendrick being a true MC, a true lyricist, and Drake being more or less a pop artist, a crossover artist, a cat that has ghostwriters, a dude that cashes in on trends and uses fake accents and tries to do dance hall music just when it's a trending thing, just more or less, hey, whatever's shaking and moving, whatever's the newest thing, the newest trend, I'ma do it and I'ma go viral with it and I'ma make my own version and song off it, and we're gonna do it like that, where Kendrick is only dropping every so many years after he already approved himself as one of the true top lyricists in the game, just being that dude. Some would almost consider him to be like a hip-hop Jesus. But just the fact that he's not compromising himself at all by any means, and he keeps his moral integrity and stays true to the culture and all that. And listen, he won the beef. I keep pointing out, man, the pop-out show was the nail in the coffin, the exclamation point on it all. And something that I didn't realize, comment and let me know if y'all realize this, that when he was performing Euphoria, he switched up the track a little bit and added something a little bit on it to end the beef at the same time, as this really was a victory lap and a celebration, and the fact that he won the beef, he won the war. And again, just more versus Kendrick versus Drake, but like for hip hop, for the culture. As he said, give me Tupac ring back and maybe I'll give you a little respect. And the blogosphere has really been running wild and going crazy with this, as once again the pop-out titled Ken and Friends was a wild show. He had Dre, YG, Tyler the Creator, Schoolboy Q, and Steve Lacy. Many would consider to be the next generation of the West, all on stage at the same time. And when it comes to this ring that he's talking about, Tupac's ring, give it back, which he should not only give it back, right? He purchased this ring from a auction for just a little over $1 million. And this ring, which is gold, 14 carats, it's a crown, it's got rubies and diamonds in it, but it's also specially engraved that says Pac and Dada, which was for Pac and Kadada Jones, who he, that was going to be Pac's wife. That was his lady. He loved her. That was his queen. And somewhere over the years, somehow that ring ended up transferring to different individuals through different people's hands. And one way or another, it ended up on some kind of auction block where Drake purchased it. And this, just with everything we're talking about, that the beef going deeper than just being Kendrick versus Drake, many seeing it as a true MC, hip-hop Jesus versus a crossover ghostwriting using pop artist. That Drake has been able to keep his credibility because he can chart, and he cashes in on all the latest trends and collaborates with a lot of artists who got a little bit of points, I guess you would say, or clout, but not just your typical clout, like who's clouded up or not. Like, he's collabed with some cats that many would consider to have clout in the sense of being hip hop. So it's like on top of Drake just not really being an official dude like that, where many individuals just question his credibility, not just as in terms of him as an artist, him as a hip hop artist, but just his identity, who he is, his upbringing and all that. And the way he's maneuvered his career is like he just does enough to buy some credibility. But then you add into it the fact that a precious artifact of hip hop, something that belonged to one of the GOATs, the late great Tupac Shakur, this ring that Pac designed himself, had engraved for him and his soon-to-be wife, Pac and Dada. This meant a lot to Tupac in that sense, but also it's said, legend has it, that Tupac designed this ring after reading a Machiavelli book, The Prince. You know, through that book, artistically, the way he took it all in, you know, not only did we know he went on to use Machiavelli as his alias, remember, with the outlaw immortals, bow down to something greater than yourself trick. He also used it as his company, I believe, Machiavelli Records. Like, it was all very near and dear to Tupac. R.I.P. to the GOAT. But, you know, right at this time that I believe, right, was his last recorded project that he made while he was still here, the 7 Day Theory. You know what I mean? So at the same time, while he's really trying to tie the knot with wifey and take that to the next level, he reads this book, which just artistically all became a big part of his movement and what he was doing from that point on. And, you know, could Dada and Pac engraved it on the ring, used it to signify his love to Dada, and also took so much from that book, from Machiavelli. And, you know, this just became a very, very precious artifact of hip hop. And, you know, at the end of the day, after Pac's passing, you know, how did the ring end up in the hands of who auctioned it? I don't know exactly, but Drake bought it, you know. So on top of Drake just being, you know, looked at as a half-ass MC and losing this battle to Kendrick, Kendrick's like, yo, you already took the L. It is what it is. I embarrassed you and exposed you on these diss tracks, but I give you a little bit of respect if you come off Tupac's ring. You know, I just found this to be very, very intriguing and wanted to know if y'all felt the same way and you guys felt that this hits all so much deeper, which it already was, to a lot of individuals like myself, and I'm sure a lot of y'all out there as well, that this wasn't just Kendrick versus Drake. This went so much deeper when it comes to hip hop, but Drake's out here running around with the GOAT, Tupac's personally engraved ring that he designed himself. And, you know, Kendrick saying, hey, come up off that. I need that. That ain't right. You want a little respect out of me. You know, give me that ring. Give me that ring, fool. This is a full-time Jack mode. Nah, I'm just playing. But, yeah, you know, this is some serious ish. And Vicky Toback, she's an author of a 2022 book called Ice Cold, A Hip-Hop Jewelry History. She said jewelry has long been a symbol of allegiance and brotherhood in hip-hop. Drake just sort of buying his cred. It doesn't sit well with a lot of people. And, you know, Kendrick's one of those people. And she also said, by saying, give me the ring, Kendrick saying that to Drake, he means me in a bigger sense. Me, as in hip hop, the real hip hop. Me, the real legacy of what Tupac stands for. Kendrick is using jewelry as a way to disrespect Drake and say, we are the ones that should be the holders of that ring because we are the true representatives of what Pac in the ring stood for. And man, that is just hits on an all new level. You know, the whole beef, They Not Like Us, Euphoria, the Pop Out show. It just shows you how deep it all really goes. You know what I mean? Comment and let me know if you agree. And, you know, this book too, this Ice Cold, an exhibition of hip hop jewelry, an exhibition, and then a book that she did all about jewels from hip hop. It's pretty interesting. I think I'm going to do another video on it. So it also went on to say, I think when it comes to hip hop, it's really important to keep certain pieces accessible to the communities that the music is from, adding that the purchases indicate a move toward artifacts being taken out of the public eye and into private hands. And Drake also purchased several pieces of old jewelry from an online auction platform. He then released Meltdown, a song with Travis Scott in which he takes jabs at Mr. Williams and his camp, a sign of some good old hip-hop disrespect. So that's some other ish. I think was that Pharrell's Jewels, Pharrell Williams. So Drake's out here buying Tupac's jewels, among other artists, and Kendrick's saying, you got to come up off that ring. And I would agree and concur with that statement and that sentiment. And I want to know if y'all do as well. And your thoughts about this whole beef, the Pop Out show, the jewelry, like Drake out here running around with Pac's personally engraved ring that he designed based off Machiavelli. Like this ish runs really deep, man. Kendrick's really out here trying to be righteous, not just personally when it comes to the beef with Drake, but on a different level when it comes to this hip hop ish. So thank you for watching. Hit the comments, subscribe, stay tuned for updates. It's Coffee, and I'm gone. And real quick, one more time, Drake, you lost. Give up the ring, man.